Was Hitler into dolls? Well, according to a new book, Adolf ordered the Nazis to develop sex dolls for his troops so they wouldn't catch syphilis from French prostitutes during the war. The so-called gynoids were smaller than life size and were to be targeted at men most likely to be tempted by hookers. They should have that next to something by scale so you know how big it is. The author uncovered the secret project while researching the history of Barbies, which apparently are based on a 1950s German sex doll. Who knew? Anyway, the project began under SS Chief Heinrich Himmler, who claimed the greatest danger in Paris was, quote, the widespread presence of whores, end quote. Of course, the doll was blonde-haired and blue-eyed. I married one in the early 80s, but she left me for Eric Stoltz.
Oh.
Third time. So we must discuss this in the
lightning round.
John, the whole thing was scrapped. Did it have worked, do you think? Or do you think this story's completely made up?
Blow-up dolls are an invention of the Nazis. That's what we're learning?
Yes, that's what we're learning here.
Okay, well, what the heck? Volkswagens, blow-up dolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
They should do blow-up Volkswagens.
Credit where credit is due.
That is true. Paul, as a sex doll expert, does it really keep you away from hookers? Has it kept you away from hookers?
No, they actually like him. You bring him to the party, it's 2 for 1.
Oh, really?
This would have been a great Hogan's Hero episode.
It really would have.
Right? Schultz would have had sex with it, and Hogan would have filmed it. It would have been awesome.
That is so true. God bless Bob Crane and his kinky ways.
I know.
Yeah, Jessica, it turns out, is it even more surprising that the French prostitutes helped turn the tide in the war?
So, I was just thinking, in this whole story, no one's giving a shout out to the prostitutes
I
here.
know.
Fight the way you can. Use what you have.
Exactly.
And fight.
It's a new form of biological warfare.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, they were worried that that the soldiers might fall in love with the prostitutes. But, Bill, oddly enough, you fell in love with a blow-up doll.
Yes, and I don't like the way that the long, storied, and noble history of the sex doll has now been tainted by the Nazi stain.
Yes.
I think this entire story is false.
Yes.
I would also like to add that my family was on our side during the war. Can't emphasize that enough. Schultz out.
I think, I have trouble believing whether this story is real. But that still didn't stop me from wanting to do this story.
I wanted to stop you from besmirching these dolls and the good work they do.
All right. Next topic, an unemployed Utah man is offering himself to hunters as human prey for 10 grand. For an extra 2,000, he'll do it in the nude. How many times have I said that? 28-year-old Mork Encino, great name, admits he doesn't want to die for cash, but hopes the exposure will help him land a normal job. Here's a video of Mork.
This is the famous smokehouse. It hasn't been used in a while, but it's perfectly serviceable. Take a look inside. Oh! Woo!
I have no idea what that was, but I am intrigued. You know, I think he's putting out this offer, but he doesn't really want to be killed. It's just like kind of a way to get a promotion. But Paul, if someone offered you money to do that, how much would you do this for?
I'm 2 months back due on my cable bill, $118.39.
So you would allow
PaulMercurio.com. Just click the email button and I'll...
Yes. What would that entail? We get to chase you around your apartment?
You chase me around my studio apartment with my Boy U.S. hookworm. Thank you very much.
It happens.
Do you think this is, Jessica, this is going to help him? He's in he's probably a troubled actor. Will this help him?
I'm mad at him for teasing us. You know, if you're gonna do this, stay real. Keep it real. Like, you're not. I almost hope someone offers him the money before someone offers him a job. Because I'm a horrible person.
You are.
But it sure would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Isn't this just a really expensive form of paintball?
Yes, that's what it is.
It's like shooting a freak on Coney Island.
Prove that we can all be suckered into putting this on television when he has admitted out front he has no intention of being shot and he's just working us to get a job?
Well, you know, it does prove that shows like Red Eye, who need to fill up little spots in the lightning round, will do these stories just so we can bring them up.
What if somebody takes him up, writes a check, and wants to shoot him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if? Why don't we do that, Bill?
Well, the whole premise here is that hunting humans is somehow more difficult than hunting animals. And I believe that overall that's probably the case, but I'm kind of thinking it's not that hard to hunt Mork. I feel like, you know, you're probably going to have a better time trying to hunt down a puma or something. Mork, sort of easy.
And if you're a hunter, what do you camouflage? You're in stupidity when you're going after him?
Yeah, you know, the thing is, people have to realize that you don't have to pay for hunting humans. I know this.
Yes.
In fact, there's areas downtown that the parks.
Several countries in Europe, totally legal. Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
You just go and cough on them?
Yes, I cough on them. I'm going to cough on you.
Kills him with hookworm.
Last topic. The man who grabbed Derek Jeter's ball and gave it to the Yankees in exchange for a boatload of gifts, maybe getting one more. Apparently, Christian, is that his name or is that a misspelling? Christian Lopez could face a tax bill of up to $14,000 for accepting Yankee tickets for the rest of the season, as well as signed bats, balls, and jerseys because he turned in the 3,000th hit. I understand is a big deal. John, isn't government awesome?
Well, here's Obama trying to raise taxes every day, and this guy's, it should be considered a gift to him, in which case it wouldn't be taxable. But the IRS wants 14 grand from him?
Yeah.
America, look what's happening.
Yes, it's all going down the tubes, John.
Yes, right.
It's another reason to impeach him on a long list. Paul, the guy owns like 100 grand in student loans.
Yeah.
Why didn't he keep the ball
I'm with
and
you.
auction it off? Was he not allowed or something?
No, he could have done it. He's trying to be a good guy, and now he's getting screwed. The Yankees should pick up the $14,000. Look what
That'll
they did.
be a gift. That'll be.
Then they have to tax that, right?
It'll be it'll be income to him.
But you know what? Look what they did. They ended up giving him all these gifts. It was like a cheap top 40 station giving out prizes. They should have just taken the ball, given him some money, and covered all the expenses. That's what they should do. Look, you have to be as rich as a baseball player to be in the stands catching a ball. That's what the moral of this story is.
You're absolutely right. Wow, finally you say something that's worth repeating. Jessica, what do you make of this? Is this an outrageous outrage that's left you outraged?
I am beyond outraged.
Yes.
There are a lot of problems with the Yankees, but to only give this kid season tickets,
Yeah.
It
come
wasn't
on.
even season ticket. It was a couple, luxury box for a few games into the season.
That's ridiculous. And you can't even afford to eat the food there. Forget it. It's just, I think that they should have given him, I believe the ball, they're estimating $250,000.
Yes.
Give him that.
They give him two
Fair trade.
$1,400 tickets. He's got to pay the tax on $2,800.
Yeah, it's crazy, Bill. I go
that's
back
a
to my
gift.
original question. Should Obama be impeached?
I don't think it's should Obama be impeached, but why is he being impeached so far?
Yes.
Why is he still walking around as a free man? Impeach him and jail him.
Yeah. But this happens all
Where
the
am I?
I don't know where you are.
What's going on?
Doesn't this happen when you're on a game show? Like when when you see people on a game show and they win all of these prizes, and then they leave and they don't have any money, and the prizes amount to like $35,000. You have to pay the tax, and they end up. What happens is they end up having to give all the prizes back and getting a check. Right?
Doesn't
And then
Oprah
pay the
pay all the taxes for the guests in advance when she does those crazy favorite things where she gives out like $2 million worth of baby rattles or something?
How dare you ask questions we couldn't possibly answer?
But I'm pretty sure she pays the taxes on them in advance.
They're going to have scalper accountants outside the stadiums now just to deal with stuff like that.
That is true, my friend.
I'm not talking to you anymore. You just talk down to me.
I'm not talking down to you. I'm talking up to you. I'm a short man. It's a very bad cough.
No,
all
you
right.
look better now.
Do I?
Yeah, tea has helped.
Your left eye is red.
Yeah, it's a little scratchy in here. At any moment, could shoot something right out there. Time for another break. And remember to check out the new Red Eye podcast. There's a new one every day. To catch them, go to foxnewsradio.com. And click on Red Eye. Tonight we talked about, what did we talk about, Bill?
We talked about the 5.
We talked about the 5. Yeah, we talked about my first episode of the 5 and how it fared.
Hey,
I thought it
who's
went
that
well.
with the beard?
Ah,
Hey,